Hi, I'm Beth Astarte, and welcome to day 3 of our 10-day manifestation tune-up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of these videos or the other tools that I will be giving you to help you on your manifestation journey. You can also check out my website for additional information. So today we are going to talk about letting go. So let's take a few moments and get fully present here and now. As you'll recall, we talked on day 1 about the fact that we are conscious creators, that it is our birthright. Prosperity, abundance, they're our birthright. And so we can choose to consciously create or unconsciously create. Either way, we're creating. And so the trick is to move things from unconscious creation to conscious creation so that we're more aware. And so, and we're going to talk about, and yesterday we talked about how being mindful and in the present moment, how important that is. And part of that is being fully aware of our environment and being willing to really engage with our senses and be in our bodies so that we have more access to our inner guidance system, our connection to the divine, or God, creator, source, whatever you want to call it. And then today we're going to really look at letting go and that process of letting go. So I invite you to close or lower your eyes if it's safe to do so. And we are going to take 3 deep breaths together, starting from empty. Taking a big breath in and letting it out with a sigh. Taking another breath in and letting it out. And one more time. And allowing your breath to return to its own natural rhythm. Just noticing. You may have noticed that I allowed more sound to come out, that last sigh. It's important to allow our voice to be heard. So much of the time we've been shushed or told to be quiet, or that our thoughts or how we felt weren't important. And as part of this process of really stepping into our fullest manifestation, ability to manifest, and bringing more and more things into consciousness, is to allow our voice to be heard. And part of that is letting go with our voice any kind of tension we might be holding. And some days our sigh may be barely a whisper, and other days our sigh may be either one is okay. So I invite you to just be with your breath in this moment, whatever it looks like, and leave behind what's come before and not worrying about what's to come after, and just being fully present in this moment, in this time and space. If you're like me, your monkey mind, your mind might be just having all kinds of thoughts going on. I invite you to just picture it like ships on a river or clouds in the sky, whatever visualization works for you, but just allowing those thoughts to go by without you attaching to any one of them as much as you can, so you can be as fully present as possible. Allowing your heart to expand, feeling your connection to God, to Source, to yourself, accessing that inner wisdom that is already inside of you, that already knows everything I'm going to be sharing with you, but just needed a little reminder, needed a friend to go on the journey with. Maybe it might help if you just Breathe in love. Breathe out love. And just allow yourself to be in this moment. Paying attention to your senses, how your clothing feels on your body, the temperature of the room that you're in. Do different parts of your body feel different temperatures? Are you hearing anything? Are you smelling anything? And then as you open your eyes, notice what you see in the space around you. So let's take a few moments. The letting go process is something that doesn't take long, and if you keep up like a regular maintenance, then you don't have to worry about like lugging along a lot of excess baggage. It's easy in our lives. Different things happen, circumstances happen, situations happen, and each one of those can be things that we put in like this backpack, and pretty soon we have to go for the carry-on size suitcase, and then pretty soon we're in the we're in the big suitcase, and then we're in the oversized luggage, and pretty soon we've got an oversized bag and a regular bag and a carry-on and a backpack, and we carry this stuff through with us in life, but we're not really taught or given tools to let those things go along the way. And what happens is those things just build up and they weigh us down a lot. And they become impediments to us manifesting the life of our dreams. It is really hard to manifest when so much of your past is you're carrying it along with you. I know it is for me anyway. And I find it very difficult if I'm holding on to something in the past, that I can be fully present in this moment as well. So part of the process of letting go is to actively practice a process of forgiveness. So if you don't already have a piece of paper and a pen or something in front of you, I invite you to just pause the video and get some paper and something to write with, and then come back. And I'd like you to bring to mind, starting with the most recent memory, and just kind of go back, starting with earlier in the day, yesterday, the day before, last week, earlier this month, last month, the month before that, until you've gone back through this year, through the year before, and then just continue to go back as far back as you need to go and write out people, situations, anything that comes up that you need to let go of. Now, the first time of doing this process, it may take a while. So you may need to pause this video, and it may take an hour or two. It may take days that you're working on this, and that's okay. The process is writing down everything that you want to let go of, and remember that when you write down someone, a person, it's not that you're letting go of that person, but you're letting go of whatever interaction that you had with them that you need to let go of, that's still holding you in some way, that's still in some way weighing you down. So that's what it's about. So now it's not, sometimes, depending, you need to cut people out of your life. But this isn't about that. This is about letting go of people, situations, things, conditions, whatever it is, and writing it out. And then when you're ready, you come back and you look through that list and you start looking at where you may need to forgive. If there's anyone on that list that you need to forgive, then do what you need to do to let that go, to forgive that person. And I know when I did this process, and I do it fairly regularly now as a letting go process, is I found that I was the person I needed to forgive the most. Not because I did anything wrong necessarily, but because my choices and the things that I manifested created situations in my life that were unpleasant, where I maybe contributed to creating some really unpleasant, unfun, really sucky situations in my life. And sometimes I stayed in situations and relationships and didn't speak my truth in the moment. And I had to forgive myself for that. And then sometimes I needed to forgive other people as well. If you are not familiar with the Ho'oponopono, the Hawaiian process of forgiveness, you may want to look that up, and I'll put a link in the box. And it's really about just saying, I forgive you and I love you. And just, it's that process of forgiveness. Now, forgiveness is not the same as forgetting. It's not about becoming a doormat, but it's about letting go of what weighs you down. And then when you've looked at that list and you've forgiven yourself or the other people that are on that list, then just take that list and crumple it up and light it on fire. Do it over a fire pit in your fireplace. I actually have a Pyrex bowl that I put on a piece of marble that I'll burn things in. So find a safe place and burn it. And allow the flames to transmute and carry anything away in the smoke. Just knowing that it's all been transmuted. It all goes in. Just let the smoke carry it away into love and light. And I usually just use my breath to breathe love and light into the situation or into what's happening, to just let it go. And I find that if I do this on a regular basis, I practice letting go, then not so much weighs me down as much anymore. And I can be more present to what's happening in the moment. I have more access to my own inner guidance and my own wisdom. I feel more connected to Source. I have more of a relationship between my head and my heart. So everything isn't just about logic, or everything isn't just about the feeling. It's about a connection between those two, so that I am speaking my truth with love. I am showing up fully present. I am creating the relationships in my life that I want. And I'm able to sit and hear hard truths from other people, or hard, maybe it's it's something I don't want to hear, but I can hold that space of love for them to speak what they need to speak. And I can respond in a way that is connecting, that nurtures that relationship, where I may not have been able to do that before had I carried all the old resentments with me, had I remembered every wrong they'd ever done me. And then I can't show up with love. I can't create what I want to create, because one of the things I want to manifest is relationships that are connecting and that shine with love and light. So I know today's process may seem a little longer, but I invite you to take the time that you need to let go of anything that's getting in the way of you manifesting your dreams. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow.